Today, we're going to take a look at how to write a successful refutation paragraph. What is a refutation paragraph, and how does it help your argumentative essay? A refutation paragraph is your counterclaim paragraph. When you provide one piece of textual evidence to support the counterclaim, but then, in the same paragraph, explain to the reader why your side is still stronger and why the other side is still wrong. Your refutation paragraph is important to the success of your essay because it allows you to prove to the reader that you are knowledgeable and reliable. When the reader knows that you know about both sides, you're much more trustworthy. It's important to remember that our counterclaim paragraph, that refutation paragraph, is the third paragraph of the body paragraphs. So, in the first two body paragraphs, we already unloaded the information. They know our stance. Now we're going to talk about the other side and prove it wrong. So, how to write a successful refutation paragraph? After establishing your claim and supporting it in your first two body paragraphs, your refutation paragraph needs to prove why the counterclaim is wrong in a fair and logical way. Follow these three steps. Acknowledge the other side, provide evidence, and refute, prove that the other side is wrong. First, we need to acknowledge the other side. We do that because in our first sentence, we use a sentence stem to show that the reason we are mentioning is on the other side of the claim. Our sentence stems are right over here. We have others may state, however, and on the other hand. So, in an argumentative essay about would you like to go to Mars, my claim is that I would like to remain on Earth. So my counterclaim, or my refutation, is about why it is good to go to Mars. So to show this, using the sentence stem, on the other hand, a day on Mars is a lot longer than one on Earth, so you can get a lot more done. By doing that, I am showing this is the other side, on the other hand. Our second step, we want to provide some textual evidence. After stating the main idea, you need to provide textual evidence to prove that what you're saying is true, just like we would for a claim. This shows well thought out and reasonable thinking. So, on the other hand, a day on Mars is a lot longer than one on Earth, so you can get a lot more done. Then using any of the sentence stems we've done in class, on page 2, paragraph 4 of the article, Would You Go to Mars?, the author states that you would have 40 extra minutes to sleep, exercise, and do your homework. I cited the text to prove that I am using reliable information. Remember to keep this in mind. The textual evidence that we're using is to support your counterclaim, and it's only there to show that you know about both sides of this debate. That one piece for your counterclaim is the only piece you're going to use. The two pieces of evidence are for your claim. Our third step is to refute and prove the other side wrong. After stating the evidence, it is your job to prove the counterclaim wrong. You do this by using a sentence stem, and then explaining in 2 to 3 sentences. So some examples are right over here. While this is true, it is not important because, while this may sound great, this is not the case because, on the other hand, it is not relevant because. So, on the other hand, a day on Mars is a lot longer than one on Earth. So, you can get a lot more done. On page 2, paragraph 4 of the article, Would You Like to Go to Mars?, the author states that you would have 40 extra minutes to sleep, exercise, or do your homework. While this may be true, it is not important because, now I'm explaining, on Mars your body needs hours and hours of exercise to stay healthy. You may be gaining 40 minutes but losing 90. Overall, this is not a very logical way of adding hours to your week, as you will be ultimately losing time that you think you gain. So, we have to keep all the information in mind. A refutation paragraph is where we prove the other side wrong, provide the information, and explain how it doesn't fit in. By doing this, you will write successful refutation paragraphs.